A man who police believe carried out a brazen broad daylight kidnapping of a Florida woman who was found deceased in a burned vehicle has been arrested. Jordanish Torres Garcia, age 28, was taken into custody on unrelated charges as of Friday, and police suspect he's the masked gunman who jumped into 31-year-old Catherine Guerrero's SUV at a busy intersection last week. Although the gunman was wearing a Halloween mask, police state that the sweatshirt he was wearing was identical to the one that Torres Garcia was seen wearing in his Facebook profile picture. He was also linked to the green Acura that repeatedly rammed into Guerrero and followed her for at least half a mile, prompting her to make a frantic call to her husband, who instructed her not to stop, but mysteriously did not call police. Stated that Garcia, who was wanted in Puerto Rico on gun charges, was allegedly after Guerrero, but it is still a mystery at this time. Quote, "We have not made a connection as of yet as to why this crime took place. So to answer the question of why, if this is our shooter, why he would target her, I can't answer that question as of yet." Police on Friday also listed the name of Giovanni Hernandez as a person of interest in the case after identifying him as a person Guerrero FaceTimed as she drove through downtown Orlando shortly before her disappearance. Hernandez had allegedly told Guerrero's brother that she was in the area, which was more than 3 hours from her South Florida home, to deliver money and other stuff to a friend. Investigators found narcotics and firearms during a raid of his home. Hernandez's girlfriend was taken into custody as of Friday after she accepted a delivery of 3 kilos of narcotics orchestrated by Homeland Security investigation. Police state that they are on the hunt for 2 others wanted in connection to the case, including the person who drove the Acura and taunted Guerrero before her abduction. The terrifying kidnapping was caught on camera by witnesses when Guerrero was forced to stop at a red light. That's when the man is seen running out of a green car towards Guerrero's driver's side window. He then struck a firearm through the window before climbing into the back seat. Guerrero's car then peels away from the intersection under the direction of her captor. Quote, "The perpetrators knew who they were going after." According to police, Guerrero's husband is not a suspect in the case, despite his involvement in the criminal information leaking. An Orange County deputy, a family friend of Miguel, is accused of providing him with details of the investigation, including the lead detective's home address. There are still various unknowns in the baffling case, including why Guerrero was driving so far from home, why she didn't call 911. Miguel could be holding on to some secrets. It's a shame that this took place, but it seems like a lot of people were playing street games, and the street games caught up to everybody that was involved, pretty much except for the people that are on the run at this moment in time and ducking and dodging, I guess, the FBI, Homeland Security, the, local and, police or whatnot. Um, Again, it's sad when a loss of life happens, but when it takes place and it's by your own hands because you decide that you want to dibble and dabble into some other things, you got a problem. And now, after hearing this whole article, it makes sense why her husband didn't specifically tell her to call police, or why it is that he didn't specifically call police. That's because he more than likely knew some things, and he's not specifically saying some things. Again, that's going to be something that he has to deal with at the end of the day. If it is the case that the husband was privy to certain information dealing with his wife and the people that she was specifically dealing with, that's just something that he has to quietly deal with for the rest of his life. It's going to be a lot of drinks at a lot of bars. There's going to be a lot of coping that's going to have to go on at this moment in time. The only thing that I can say is hopefully that they don't have any kids, because the kids are going to suffer the worst more than any adults that are a part of the story. They're going to suffer the worst, and they always suffer the worst. Like I said, it's bad. That's pretty bad. And it's pretty interesting how, I didn't see this all over, in a sense. I didn't see it blasted as they normally would blast certain stories directly out here. And again, this is people of the exact same community going after one of their own, targeting one of their own in broad daylight, quite brazen, as they stated directly in the article. But, people aren't going to pay attention. People are going to dismiss this. People are going to opt to, oh, let me, bring up these stats and let me show you what's really going on. People are going to opt to do that versus focusing on the things that are specifically taking place, on top of the fact that we have fields of others who are coming directly into the United States every single day. And the same thing that you're seeing here is going to be a common everyday occurrence given enough time.